Welcome to the Athena Wellness Podcast, the show that invites you to take a seat around the community fire and listen to stories that inspire. I'm your host, Kathy Robinson, author, coach, and founder of Athena Wellness, a company that's dedicated to supporting you on your journey to live more wholeheartedly. Today's episode is brought to you by the Athena Wellness Academy, your resource for wholehearted living. The Academy's featured offering is an online course called From Type A to Type B, How to Mindfully Descend the Corporate Ladder and Invite What's Next. This course is perfect for you if you're contemplating or navigating a professional transition, and it's available as a self-study or with a small cohort of students facilitated by me, Kathy Robinson. To learn more, I invite you to go to athenawellnessacademy.teachable.com or click on the link in the show notes. Hello and welcome. Thanks so much for joining me for the shortened Wellness Wednesday episode, a little midweek boost to help keep your warrior vibe high. Today's show is a Walking the Talk Vancast, a look behind the scenes into what I'm learning and working through, along with a takeaway for you. These portable episodes are informal and casual, recorded on the go from wherever I happen to be at the time. And today, it's safe to say that the 70-degree days I've been enjoying this fall are a memory. It is cold. So today, I'm huddled near the fireplace with my van podcast recording equipment nearby, doing a fireside chat. And this very well may be how we do this for the next couple of months. As a listener of this podcast, you know that I love to get a jump on things. And I love the blank slate of a brand new year and the planning process, imagining what will be in the months ahead. And my process has evolved over the years. As I've written about in the Athena Principles, I've gradually shifted from goal-oriented to intention-driven planning. But as a listener, you also know that the evolution is ongoing as I shift from Type A to Type B, learning to rely less on my logical intellect and more on my intuitive heart. And I've been playing with ideas on how this might impact how I go about planning for the upcoming new year. Last December, my house was covered in Post-it notes. I was in the middle of creating an online course, and I was learning all I could about how to nurture and sustain a successful online business. The Post-it notes contained all the things I felt I should do in 2022. While my heart was in the right place, my head took the lead, and I created a multi-page plan that included my business purpose, my vision, pillars, client results, calls to action, and an overall objective for the year. There were intentions, focus areas, and a 2-page spread with 11 subcategories and bulleted action points for each. It lit up my Type A brain and filled it with feel-good dopamine. Yet as I look at it today, all it does is make me feel on edge. My 2022 planning process, while focused on the work that I love, was steeped in 33 years of corporate planning. And even though my current process works well, it really feels like it's time for a change. It's been said that we teach what we most need to learn. It's no coincidence that my work today is about helping clients ease up on their Type A defaulted tendencies and invite a calmer, more wholehearted way of being in the world. And what I learned this year is I can be more productive in meaningful ways when I'm calm and focused. It's been a gradual change. Early last year, as I worked through my production plan to get the course written, recorded, edited, operationalized, and launched, I followed the From Type A to Type B steps. And as a result, I transformed before inviting clients and students to transform. All that said, for 2023, my intention is to plan in a way that nurtures my Type B self. So it's time to create a new approach. I'll start with 3 things that I'd like to change about my own planning process. 1. Perpetual forward motion. Once I complete or achieve something, my focus is always on the next thing, the next goal, project, deliverable, experience, or event. 2. The unrelenting activity treadmill. I evaluate ideas that I find compelling by trying them out, so the list of what I could do is unending. And 3, continuous metrics monitoring. How many times have I heard and said, what gets measured gets done? It's true, and it can also be soul-numbing. So here's how I'm going to work with these elements as I plan for the new year. 1. Looking back to move forward. One of my intentions is to focus on what will move the needle in my business and my life. Focus on those things and let go of the rest. In order to do this, I plan on looking back at my 2022 calendar and journals and making a few lists. I've come up with 4 so far. The first is what I loved, or the things that I found joyful. The second are the labors of love. These are time-intensive activities, but meaningful to me. The third is what worked, so I can celebrate it and do more of it. And the fourth is what didn't work, so I can reevaluate it or let it go. The next step is about identifying growth opportunities. When I'm most engaged in my life, I feel a mix of enthusiasm for what I'm doing and some apprehension from being a bit outside of my comfort zone, like at the edge of my perceived ability. But it's this deep and rich place that brings new perspective and insight because my old habits and patterns don't serve me there. The third thing I'll be looking at is redefining a successful outcome. Since the old mindset and habits no longer serve, I'll need to reconsider how or what to monitor, or even if that's necessary. What is success in 2023? Since the shift from Type A to Type B is a journey, maybe this is about tracking signs of the journey's progress instead of measuring outcome, with encouragement to break new trail and to course correct as I learn and align my daily activities with my time and my energy. I'm looking forward to developing this new approach further, and the timing is just right. Each quarter, I block my calendar for a week so no client-facing meetings are scheduled. It's usually a time for me to think about the upcoming quarter and start or finish a big project that needs some quiet time and concentration. My next one is scheduled for early December, and I'll be using that time to settle into my Type B self and dream up a new year. So here's my invitation for you. Think about how you usually approach the new year. Is it time for a redo? Feel free to do something completely different or nothing at all. It's a blank slate, your blank slate, and you get to fill it as you see fit. I hope you'll share with me what you discover. Just send me a note at hello@athenawellness.com, and I'll keep you posted on what I'm learning. And since it's almost Thanksgiving here in the U.S., please know that you are among the many things I'm grateful for. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know there are many ways you can spend your time. Thank you for choosing to spend it with me. Until our paths cross again, be kind to yourself and show your warrior spirit some love. If you know anyone who could benefit from today's episode, please pass it on. And many thanks for supporting the show by subscribing and leaving a review. It means a lot, and it helps others find their way to our circle. If you'd like to access the show notes, have a question you'd like addressed on a future episode, or would like a transcript of this episode, visit www.athenawellness.com/podcast. Until next time, be well.